Welcome to the 7th episode of Taking Names. This is of course my playthrough of Elden Ring, and thank you to all the returning viewers, thank you to all the new viewers who are just joining us for the first time. This is pretty much a highlights package of my playthrough and showing you all the exciting moments. In terms of the direction I'm taking through Elden Ring, I'm using the game progress route from the Fextra Life Guide. I'll leave a link in the description below. But I'm just going from area to area, not following it exactly to the letter of the law there, but if I feel like I'm missing something, then I just jump back into the guide and try to get all the important stuff. But as you can see, we're at Loretta of the Lakes West, and we're going to start from the south and work our way towards the north. And we're going to be starting at the village of the Albanaurics, which you can see on this map right here. And we're going to be picking up a very important item. It's a medallion of the Haligtree, and it's just one part of the medallion, so there's two parts to it. Now, as you explore your way through the village, you're going to come across the Omen Killer. So this is a bit of a mini boss fight of the area, and he's really not that difficult, especially if you're over leveled like me. I'm level 74 now, so if you're a little bit less than that, then this might be a little bit trickier, but as you can see, that is the entire boss fight, and it took all of about 10 to 15 seconds. And I probably didn't even need to use the Ashes Wolves there. Now, there's a pot which is going to reveal an Albanauric, and he's going to give you that Haligtree medallion there, and you can just fast travel your way out of there after you get it. So along the way in Loretta of the Lakes West, you're going to come across the Cuckoo Everjail, which is going to reveal the Bols Carian Knight, and he is pretty much very similar to all of the past trolls that you've fought, so he's not that difficult either, and I was able to manage to defeat him I think without even using a health potion, so I think he was not very difficult. So once you're over leveled, the game can be pretty easy, which is what I recommend to people who are finding this game difficult, is to just farm a little bit first so that you can level up, and then your character will be much stronger for it. I think that's pretty much how they want you to play this game anyway. So if people are asking for an easy mode, well, you can just farm a little bit first. Now, the next section, I'm trying to make my way up to the 4 belfry towers, and you have to fight quite a lot of enemies to get up to the top there. But it's not that difficult, it just takes a while. There's the pumpkin head, and there's also maybe 3 or 4 of these magic trolls as well. So they're pretty similar to that Bols Carian Knight, and you just have to take a little bit of time to fight each one separately. Now, once you're at the top there, you want to rest at that side of graves, maybe take a breather, catch the really beautiful view that you're going to get at the top of this mountain. And it is really spectacular how I really love the architectural design of these buildings, especially when they provide such beautiful level designs within those buildings as well. That is, of course, the Academy of Raya Lucaria there. Now, at that 4th belfry, you're going to pick up this imbued sword key, which is going to let you through one of these way gates. You need 1 sword key for each way gate, and I went into the Chapel of Anticipation because I wanted to fight the Grafted Scion again. Now, if you recall, this was the first boss fight of the game where they just hand you a sword and shield and ask you to fight this guy at level 10, and this was a really tough boss fight where I didn't last even 5 seconds. And so it was finally time to take revenge, but I don't think I did a very good job because I messed up a lot of the rolls and dodges, and I felt like I was just getting hit all the time. And it might have been because I was just getting back in the game after 3 or 4 days, but I felt like I was out of rhythm for pretty much the entire boss fight. At the end there, I really just thought about dying and then doing it all over again, but I hit him and then he died, and so that was the end of that, and we move on with a rather bad boss fight video. So we move on further north to the Caria Manor. This is a small minor legacy dungeon in this area. So when you first enter the Caria Manor, there is a very large opening area filled with these finger monsters, and they are pretty tough to beat. They are very difficult to fight face on, and what you really want to do is to try and circle around there if you can, but they don't make it easy for you because they can turn around quite quickly. And so the easiest way is really to hit the back of them, because that way they can't really defend themselves at the back. And so what I was trying to do was I was trying to get them stuck into this corner most of the time. So you can see that I did it successfully one time. This was the only time I was able to do it, and I was able to hit him at the back there, and he wasn't really able to do anything. I don't know if you can call this a he or a she, but I'm just going to call it a he for now. There's a lot of those finger monsters, but you don't have to fight all of them if you don't want to. There are other items that I guess they're there to protect, but you just have to make your way along this path to get to the first site of grace within Caria Manor. So once you get to the first site of grace, it's actually very short distance to the second one. Now, along this path, you can explore it a little bit more, and you can drop down to areas. So there is quite a lot to explore, but if you just wanted to get to that second site of grace, it's not a very long distance. Now, that path there, you can just make your way across and dash your way across, and then just take out all of these monsters one by one, rather than fighting them on that walkway there. So once you make your way up the top of this elevator, there will be a second site of grace, and this second site of grace is also again a very short distance to the boss. So you could take all of these enemies out if you wanted to, one by one. There are some wolves there. There's also a golden seed there you should get on that branch. You can take all of those enemies out one by one, or you can just go up this ladder and go around them all, and then you make your way up this set of stairs, and then you're pretty much at the boss. Now, I actually lost the first time to the boss, so they brought up this golden frog right up to the gate here. And this is, of course, Royal Knight Loretta, and I felt like this was pretty much a ghost image, or I don't know what you'd call it. I guess it's a bit of a ghost image of the Tree Sentinel. So I felt like this fight was pretty similar to that, except there were more magic attacks. Now, like the Tree Sentinel, you can use your surroundings to your advantage. So here, I'm trying to get her closer to the wall there, which means that she's less likely to just run at you and use her speed to attack you, kind of like that Tree Sentinel where you're trying to get them stuck around the environment. If you have your lone wolves with you, it makes it easy for you to back out and use your health potions as well. Now, I do find that one bad part of leveling up so much is that while I become stronger, I do become less dependent on my skills in combat. So I'm less likely to do rolls, which means that my timing is off a lot of the time. So that is the one part where my skills are not needed as much in the game, and I will still make it through the boss fight. So that is one bad part about farming, but at the very least I can just enjoy the game a little bit more if I'm not dying as much and losing all my progress. So here at the end, I'm just going for broke, doing an all-out attack and hoping for the best, and I managed to defeat her. And there you go, that is the Caria Manor done. And in the next video, we're going to be starting Rani's quest line, and I do hope you'll join me. It's going to be super exciting, and we're going to go down to the Siofra River and also Caelid as well. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Make sure to subscribe if you did, and I will see you guys in the next video.